giving out like check at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like Tudo.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Arizona Cardinals. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. The number 3 overall pick in 2017 leads them out. He's in his second season now. Played his college ball, of course, in Chapel Hill. Mitchell Trubisky.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the race...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Preston Deku picks it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Across midfield and into Bear territory. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Oh, now he bowls him over.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chandler Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That pressure gets to him again. Deion Jones. He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Here the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 5 catches, 54 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent game, still all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
He'll look to throw. Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
What's the score looking like? Huh? Oh, snap. You got 7?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Howard on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
And the acquisition of outside linebacker Chandler Jones a couple of seasons ago has really paid big dividends for the Cardinals. 17 sacks in 2017, his first appearance as an All-Pro, and he was 3rd in the NFL Defensive Player of the Year voting.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he knocks it through.
Oh, where I'm playing with.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space for the...
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Oh, that was dangerous. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Hey, Philly, we got that
My
4-4
man's getting a little
lead.
loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards for number 11. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down
Hopefully
completion.
everybody be 2-1
I know
or
many
1
people
or
like
1
to
and
throw to
2.
the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rob Gronkowski, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and we are tied at 7.
I'm saying, you ain't playing tonight or tomorrow?
As the kicks away. That'll be taken in the
One
end
of y'all
zone.
text me before y'all play, I'll watch the broadcast.
He'll go down to a
D, what time you want to play our game?
at the 25. The Bears
Nick?
offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
The ball started coming loose.
Play of the drive there is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick. Even though he's small in stature, some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Treston Decoud picks it. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Fitzgerald. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. On the slant, it gets it to Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And seeing no options, he just tosses it away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And when you've already thrown 2 interceptions, you got to take extra special care of the football because that one could very easily have been a third.
Yeah, off-balance, pressure coming. Problem. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, my dude got picked out 3
They are in
times.
an interception.
And they need halftime.
Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Wow. Now they'll run it to Cohen.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
He got 29 yards that time. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Trubisky.
Well,
now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. We got it. We got it.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands?
2 of them were just like dumb plays, and then one of them was just, they made a good play on the ball.
We'll see what they do. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Buying time to his left. Pass incomplete. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
The rounds what now?
Looking to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, get a little bit closer this time. You know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It's his target. It's
Hey, they kicked the ball and screwed
and
up
he
the
gets
score.
this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He fumbled, and then they kicked it. And then they picked it up and scored.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Throwing here, Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Navarro Bowman leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. On third and goal, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
I love him. I'm going to say the broadcast.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hauling it in, Nelson. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw here on first down. Dancing to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Hey, Joey.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10
right
at the 40. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
PP straight, man.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Xavier Rowe hurt.
Now as they get set for their first possession of
the Xavier Rowe hurt.
They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Chicago. Benny Cunningham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
That was second down run for Murray. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
They go back to Murray on first down.
Come on, man.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll try to right side with Murray. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And
This
Murray's
fool
still
Murray,
down.
they getting hurt, bro.
Maybe shaking up that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They're going to look to throw. This will be close just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeMarco Murray, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity.
Who undercut that? Patrick Peterson?
If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And he's got room. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route, are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily.
You got to give it time. He just got to get used to the system. That's all.
And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second.
Yeah, that don't work. I done tried that twice this game. Both of them got picked off.
Key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. On first down, Murray. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd. In from his linebacker spot, he's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Do you think you get your first win?
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. Here's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Treston Denfrew picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked in when they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout.
Leopard! No, check! Patriot! Leopard!
27
on the ground, but this time
to
it's oh, nice move.
27 to 17.
Brought down here at the 28.
I'm winning.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. As he'll.
Yeah.
Watch him now, Barney! Leopard!
Now a give. This is Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy